Hey everyone, welcome to the comparison of the best smartphones of 2023. We've got the Galaxy S23 Ultra finally on Android 14 with OneUI 6 and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now I know there is going to be folks in the comments saying we should be comparing the new Galaxy S24 Ultra with the new iPhone. But hey, what can you do when Galaxy drops early in the year and iPhone at the end? We're comparing what's available right now, and sure, when the S24 Ultra comes out, we'll do a comparison then too. By the way, by the time the new Samsung is out, the iPhone 15 Pro Max won't be the new kid on the block anymore. This year, I've been rocking both devices with cases from different companies. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is in this rugged case with a fabric back. I'm doing everything to avoid touching the new iPhone's titanium body, just not feeling it. Aluminum and steel felt nicer. For the Galaxy S23 Ultra, I'm using an ultra-thin carbon case that's designed to leave parts of the aluminum body exposed, constantly reminding you that you're holding a premium device. The design of these smartphones hasn't changed for a few years, and I'm all for it. I like how the Galaxy S23 Ultra looks, and I like the iPhone's appearance. They're like two opposites, the strict rectangular Samsung and the super rounded iPhone. In this comparison, I can't pick a winner. I genuinely like both for different reasons. Next year, Samsung is going to release the Galaxy S24 Ultra with a titanium body. Yep, Apple's settings trends again, and Samsung can't help but follow. Here is hoping that the titanium on the next Galaxy feels more premium than on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, because even now the Galaxy S23 Ultra feels more better to the touch than the new iPhone. This year I had to slap a screen protector on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and guess what? It wasn't for protection. Why do you think I did it? Drop your guesses in the comments, and I'll check back to see who's got it right. Apple skimped out again and applied way too little oleophobic coating on the new iPhone screen. It is there, but barely. My Galaxy S23 Ultra screen still has more oleophobic coating after 9 months of use than the iPhone 15 Pro Max. The finger glides much better on the Galaxy screen. That's why I'm using a glass with a good oleophobic coating on my iPhone. The difference is huge, but this year I decided to go this road. Screens. Comparing Samsung and iPhone screens is tough. Two different approaches, and everyone picks that they like. I choose the iPhone screen. It's more versatile and truth be told, that's the case every year. The release of the new S24 Ultra won't change that. Samsung is all about maximum colors and contrast. It feels like Samsung isn't just making a phone, but a modern TV for watching movies, series and gaming. Apple designs its own displays, while Samsung assembles them for Apple. Reading text, books and surfing the web is much nicer on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it has a lower PWM rating. Your eyes don't hesitate for the iPhone screen as they do from Samsung's. And no settings help, believe me. I've been battling this for years. Yes, the S23 Ultra screen is beautiful, but at what cost? And you can be sure that in 2024 the situation won't change at all. I really want to be wrong, but the information I have and years of experience suggest otherwise. I'm not selling my S24 Ultra for one simple reason. There is a high chance that next year the Galaxy S24 Ultra line in Europe will come with the Exynos processor. And while there is still debate about the S24 Ultra, the regular S24 will definitely be on Exynos for European market. Of course, it's not faster than the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and what's more, it's not faster than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. In many tasks, Apple processors have outpaced the market by several years. Sometimes the speed of operation is not just about the processor, but about the features of the operating system. Here is an example. I open a messenger on Android and try to select a photo or video from the gallery. On the iPhone 15 Pro Max, everything opens instantly. Sometimes it's even said for Samsung that the difference is so big. But some processes, of course, are limited by capabilities of processors and memory. Shot a video in 4K and want to edit it right away? The iPhone will handle this task twice as fast, sometimes even 3 or 4 times faster. Launching mobile apps on the iPhone is also faster, but you know what's the stranger thing? The iPhone 15 Pro Max keeps apps in the background longer than the Galaxy S23 Ultra, although it would seem that Android's multitasking capabilities are much more flexible. The iPhone 15 Pro Max has 8 GB of RAM, while the Galaxy S23 Ultra has 12 GB of RAM. If we compare these smartphones in terms of performance speed, there is no point in comparing their capabilities under maximum loads. For example, what's the difference which car accelerates from 200 km per hour to 215 km per hour when you're going to drive at a maximum of 180 km per hour on either one. But in everyday tasks and small apps, Samsung is noticeably slower, and it's not a hardware problem, but one of Android optimization and third-party apps. It's hard to beat the iPhone here since Apple controls everything that runs on its smartphone, from hardware to software. iOS versus OneUI 6. There is a lot of criticism coming from Samsung fans about OneUI right now. Even among popular enthusiasts of the brand, for example, Ice Universe, a very well-known informant, has been slamming Samsung and the new operating system for months, claiming that Samsung has fallen far behind the market with the animation of their OneUI. If you look at individual elements, how standard apps open, how programs switch, of course you can see that iOS has moved far ahead in this regard. When it comes to cosmetic features, iOS 17 is more sophisticated. There is a new horizontal mode with widget display when the smartphone is charging at night, and enhanced widget system with various icons for quick access to application from the lock screen, and animation in third-party apps, all of which affect perception during use. It's the small details that form the impression of using a smartphone, and in this regard, iOS is not standing still. I don't want to say that iOS has become more functional, no. Android is still better customizable, and you can change the grid layout of icons on the screen. You can change the number of icons in the bottom dock. But this is not specifically Samsung merit. It's more about Android itself. Speaking of OneUI, on one hand, it has everything. But on the other hand, there is a feeling that the company has reached a dead end and maxed out its capabilities, while for some reason it doesn't fix all issues. The Galaxy S23 Ultra has an S Pen, which, to be honest, I rarely use. Sometimes I even forget about its existence, and it's not for no reason after the appearance of the Galaxy Fold, which makes more sense to use with an S Pen. The presence of S Pen in the S23 Ultra no longer seems like a smartphone's signature feature. The iPhone has a new feature, the Action button. Right now, I'm assigned this button to launch the third-party camera app from Halide, but that's temporary. I've ordered a new coffee machine for my home that supports remote control, and I've already found a command in Siri shortcuts that will allow me to start making a cappuccino remotely with the press of a button on the iPhone. Many ask about accidental presses. This button is designed in such a way that in a month of using of the iPhone 15 Pro Max, I have not once pressed it accidentally. The Galaxy S23 Ultra supports reverse charging. I can even charge my AirPods Pro from it, while the iPhone supports only cable reverse charging. In both cases, I rarely use such features, but the functionality of the Galaxy in this regard is still cooler. For the first time in a long time, there is a reason to compare the speed of data transfer. This year, smartphones have become closer to each other than even with their USB Type-C ports. And here is an interesting detail: has emerged. The speed of data transfer via cable on the iPhone 15 Pro Max is twice as high as on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. The same file over the same high-speed cable is transferred by the Galaxy S23 Ultra at a speed of 3.2 gigabits per second, while the iPhone 15 Pro Max at a speed of 6 gigabits per second. If you transfer many files at once, the iPhone speeds up to 9.8 gigabits per second, while Samsung squeezes out a maximum of 3.8 gigabits per second, and believe me, for an Android smartphone, this is an excellent indicator. I spent several hours on the Reddit forum and found out that most Chinese flagship phones can't even develop such speeds. But in this comparison, to be honest, even the transfer speeds of the Galaxy S23 Ultra are sufficient for comfortable work. Cameras. This is the most interesting comparison. The Galaxy S23 Ultra is the only smartphone on the market that can compete with the iPhone 15 Pro Max in terms of video recording. There are moments when the Galaxy S23 Ultra even shoots video better than the iPhone. This usually happens when you shoot video under good artificial lighting. Samsung algorithms work better on automatic settings. However, in nature, light, outdoors, or in the evening, the iPhone handles video recording better. It has a better white balance and more sharpness. Also, videos using the zoom lens turned out better in the iPhone. Naturally, it's easier to stabilize video with a 5x zoom. In terms of photography, modern flagships are equal in their capabilities. Not in the sense that they take absolutely identical photos, but because they take great photos differently. It's a matter of habit and taste. I think this year it makes no sense to compare smartphones' cameras anymore, and everyone will stick on their opinion. I really hope that some days we can say the same about video recording on smartphones. If you think that the release of the Galaxy S24 Ultra will significantly correct the situation and greatly advance the photos taken on Samsung, don't expect it. There will be a small work on mistakes, and that's okay. Battery life. If you use the iPhone very actively, it works for 11 hours and 30 minutes. If you use the Galaxy S23 Ultra in the same way, it works for 11 hours and 10 minutes. The difference is not significant at all. This year has been very successful for mobile technology enthusiasts. For the first time in a long time, we have an almost perfect iPhone, which, if bought today, you can be calm for the next 3-4 years. We have the Galaxy S23 Ultra on the most successful processor in many years, and I hope that next year Samsung will not spoil the impression. And if something unpleasant happens, you will always be able to buy yourself a Galaxy S23 Ultra with a very good discount. And this smartphone will serve you faithfully for at least 3 more years. Guys, thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel and don't miss a new video.